Today on the channel from the Batman DC Mcfarlane Multiverse line, we've got the Batman vs. Hush 2-pack.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another DC Mcfarlane Toys unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the Batman vs. Hush 2-pack. But for all your Batman vs. Hush needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on all in-stock items, anything over $59. Does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. And today, this 2-pack, however, arrived to me from Amazon. I've been playing that extremely long game on this one, as I've wanted this 2-pack. I've really wanted the Hush figure, but I've been laying in the weeds, waiting. Well, Amazon finally came through with something like $16.99 for this 2-pack. Maybe it was even cheaper than that, maybe $14.99. I can't remember. It was one of those daily deal type deals, and I finally did swoop in and pick this one up. Now, Hush by himself went to around $9.99 in some stores. I was hoping to get cheaper. That's where those playing that long game doesn't always work out for you. So I didn't get him, but I was very happy to get this one. And I got some plans for this Batman in the future, so you want to stay tuned to the channel for that one as well. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's look at it. Hush and Batman, big window box, very cool. If you ever ran into Hush or Batman on the streets, man, you could get a sick autograph on the front here. Big window, perfect for autographs. I'd be interested if any of you got Hush or Batman's autograph on this one, maybe. Who knows? But DC Multiverse, Batman vs. Hush. Hush, very mummy-like character here. I guess an old friend of Batman's. We'll get the old rigmarole off the back of the card, of course. But I have not read this actual story. But definitely looks cool. And definitely cool to get a new Batman villain, because Batman's had a big rogue gallery for a long time. Anytime you get somebody new into the mix, not a bad day at the office, if you ask me. Nothing too fun on the side. Batman vs. Hush over here. And a little glamour shot on the back. And one of the big reasons I always wanted this pack was I love this little kind of grave site area right there. I think that'd be great for Undertaker. You know, you put Undertaker there, a little figure photography action. You could be standing next to that. So it'd be a very cool idea there. Maybe that's just me, but I'm sure somebody's thought of that along the way, somewhere along the way. But let's get them out of the package, see what's going on, see what all the fuss is about. And oh, there's fuss. Oh, there's always fuss. There goes the old shovel. Can I get this out? There goes this one. See you later. Well, I'm knocking things over left and right. I like this backdrop here. How cool is that? You got the cards up top. You got two stands. Oh, got to have a stand. And then you got the bottom part as well. So a lot going on. And then I like the kind of background on this one. But we're going to pull it all out. We're going to get it out. We're going to get the headstones, the gravestones. You name it, it's all coming out. Oh, pretty clean. Pretty clean. I'm here for that as well. Get that card out of there. There it is. See you later. Frisbee style. We got the Hush card. Got the Batman card. Got a little tape on the stand. The stand is taking a little tape job on the way out here. There we go. Got that. We've seen these stands before. We'll see them again. We've seen them many a times. But I do always appreciate a good stand. You guys know that. We got the background there. Going to give it the old see you later. Goodbye. And I guess we'll look at some of this stuff real quick first here. Now, we do get a shovel. Anytime you're in a graveyard, you got to have a shovel. You got to bury a body with something, unless you got an excavator or something. You got a nice decrepit shovel. Looks like something out of the Jack's wrestling days back in the 90s. You got some dings and dents on this end of the shovel, nice and silver. And then you got the brown up here at the top. Here for that. Here for that. Now we get the gravestone, and you can plug this in here. Just like so, and it does say, here lies Jason Todd, old friend Jason Todd. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Is it plugged in? There we go. There we go. Here lies Jason Todd. Nice gravestone. It does have stand. It has peg stands on it, so you can use the Mcfarlane stands, or you can use this as a stand. But a very cool, cheap, nice plastic piece, nice diorama. Really build out your shelf. I am here for this. So not too shabby there. A lot of stuff, a lot of like leaves and things, brick. Just kind of a beat-up, desolate scene here at the old graveyard is what that looks like to me. Now we're going to get these cards here. I guess we'll read Batman first. Let's see what's going on with old Bruce Wayne. As a child, Bruce Wayne watched his parents were brutally killed in Gotham City's crime alley. Traumatized by their deaths, he devoted his life to becoming the world's greatest weapon against crime, the Batman. To become the ultimate vigilante, the Dark Knight disciplined his mind and body to reach the pinnacle of mental and physical superiority in his relentless pursuit of justice. And that's it, just like the Micro Machines guys, how we did that one right there. How about that? All right, now we got Dr. Tommy Elliot is the real name of Hush. Young Tommy Elliot was a childhood friend of Wayne, Bruce Wayne, who also grew up in wealth and privilege. However, Tommy soon became deeply jealous and resented Bruce. One of his parents were tragically killed, seeing Bruce as getting the independence and wealth Tommy so desperately desired. Eventually becoming a surgeon, Tommy's resentment for Bruce continued to fester and grow over the years. When the Riddler discovered that Bruce is really Batman, he approached Dr. Elliot with the secret. But when the two realized they shared a hatred for the Waynes, they joined forces. Wrapping his face in bandages to hide his identity, Elliot manipulated many of the Batman's greatest supervillains in a grand conspiracy to defeat him, hence his chosen identity of Hush. Now, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't read the story here, but couldn't you think of a better disguise than just wrapping your face like a mummy? I feel like there'd be better options out there, especially if you're a surgeon. You got to have at least a little bit of money as a surgeon, you would think, right? Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know. But there they are in the old plastic prison. Give them the old cutout here. Get these guys freed. See what's going on. Hush, now somebody could tell me in the comments, is Hush a character that uses weapons? Because the solo carded one, I believe he came with a knife. Is he a knife guy or is he a gun guy? So I need to dive into my Mcfarlane weapons packs to pick out a knife for him, possibly. There we go. Gonna get this cape through. All cape season. Cape season, fight me. Fighting me, cape season. We're gonna cut some room in this plastic. Oh my gosh. What are we doing? Never had that issue with Lando. See you later. Goodbye. Get out of here. Now we got Batman out of the package, and we've seen this Batman in the past. That is for sure. Was this one we've seen a few different times. Got to get the most out of your molds. That's what Mcfarlane does. And I believe we had the vampire Batman in the same mold that I believe did break on us. So that was one of those real good days at the office. One of those real exciting days, if you guys remember that video. But we got Batman all straightened up here. Get Hush all straightened up. All right. We're going to dive into some of these accessories with this one. We do get the batarangs all in silver right here. A lot like a throwing star in a lot of ways here, but it is what Batman uses. Give it the old woo right like that. So we got two of those here if you're into that kind of thing. Then we dive into the old Batman here. Batman looking only like a Batman could look as part of the Hush storyline, really, at the end of the day. It is Batman in his gray and black attack. Got the yellow belt there to break up the color a little bit. Always a good head sculpt on this Batman. I always like it with kind of the open mouth, kind of the angry Batman. Almost reminds me of the Batman animated series of the early 90s, of course. Got a little of that feel to it there. Of course, the big cape. The cape is a little bit pliable, as we can see right here. Definitely looking good, though. I'm here for that. Got the Batman emblem right there. Of course, you got to have that as well. You also got the forearm guards. We've never figured out exactly what to call these things, but always used them as a weapon in my playing days. He would use those as a little weapon against the old Joker and the Penguin and the rest of the gang there. But definitely interesting. Of course, our Mcfarlane articulation. A little bit of butterfly shoulders. Arms go all the way around. Get the old bicep cut. Double jointed elbows, not pinless, unfortunately. And I'm not a big fan how this joint goes into black here. I think that catches my eye. Not a huge fan of how that looks there, but it kind of is what it is. I think it would have been better in gray, but it's tough for that transition period, so I guess you go either way with that one. Hands back forth, side to side, of course. Hula hoop, and then traditional waist. Big old bat splits, no messing around there. He's doing the splits if he needs to. Of course, you get the double jointed knees once again. Ankles back forth, side to side. This is kind of that old articulation on the ankles that I hate with that big ball joint right there. One of the biggest eyesores ever. Not a big fan of that. And then, of course, you get the Mcfarlane toe articulation. Got to have that toe articulation at the end of the day. And we got it here. We got it here ready to go. He does fit on a Mcfarlane stand, but he's one of those ones where you got to kind of just position just right to get standing there. So I'm going to have to play around with that a little bit. As he's a little back heavy with that cape, of course, and he's got a little bit wonky proportions there with those big balls on the ankle. But it is Batman. There's no denying this is Batman. One of the many incarnations of Batman over the years that we've seen. There's been a lot of Batmans, of course, and there's a lot more Batmans to come, as we do know. And he just does not want to stay. Oh, come on, Batman. He's going to fall. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. He's going to fall over before the review's over. We'll see what happens there. But now we turn our attention to old Hush, and he's making like a young Deep Purple or Kula Shaker, depending how you like your Hush. Of course, both cover songs, but both better than the original. But Hush got the big old trench coat going on. An interesting trench coat, kind of a puke pea green color going on here. A black undercoat, black pants, all that kind of gone underneath. And he just got a necklace going on. I think that looks like a... what is that? It looks like a lifesaver. He's got a lifesaver candy around there. Maybe he just sucks on that from time to time and throws it back down. Who knows? Stranger things have happened. Looking a lot like the Mummy in the head department, of course. Got white eyes, screaming head sculpt. Just definitely an interesting looking character. Looking almost like the Invisible Man, maybe. That's who he could be as well. But definitely interesting. I don't know about this one. I think I like this one a little bit more from afar than I do in hand. I don't know. I mean, it's fine for what it is, but I guess I had a lot more romantic ideas about how much I would like this figure out of the package, and it's not really coming to fruition right here for me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but interesting one looking. Not a lot to this, but you do get articulation, arms around, bicep cut, double jointed elbows, hands up and down. So just got the trigger hand, so it does lead me to believe he does need a weapon. We'll see what happens with that. Waist articulation, kinda, not really. You do get some splits, but you're kind of limited by the coat, as you can imagine. Same articulation at the knees, the double jointed knees there. You get the bend, you get the ankles, a little bit better ankles than Batman over here, at least as far as I'm concerned. He's got some nice boots on. He's got some shin guard protectors going on, like a young Terry Steinbach, of course, from the Oakland A's. But not a lot to this one outside of that. He's got the bandages wrapped around like the Mummy or the Invisible Man. Once again, just feels like kind of a strange gimmick to use if you're a surgeon. Get a really cool, scary mask. Get something like that done. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but definitely interesting here. He does fit a little bit better on the Mcfarlane stand, as we can see right here, than Batman. Batman takes a little bit more work to get him staying there, but definitely an interesting two-pack here. One I'm glad I didn't pay $40 for, or whatever it was, $39.99. Definitely like to get a deal here. And for a price cheaper than a single-carded Mcfarlane figure normally, I think this is a pretty good deal here. Building out a little bit of that Batman Rogues Gallery again. I'm here for that as well, so it's definitely an interesting pack. I might do some customization with this one, so you might want to stay tuned to the channel. I got some ideas if I'm good enough and talented enough to figure this one out. We'll see what happens there. Kyle's Customizing Corner is what we'll call that one, but definitely an interesting two-pack. Definitely one that I think had mixed results out there. That's why it's on clearance. That's why it's so cheap. But I'd be interested to hear from you guys out there. What do you think about this two-pack? Did you pick it up? Did you get the single release? Did you pass it all together? Let me know your thoughts on this two-pack in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day and then some, and we got even more content for you over on the Patreon channel, including early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it. It's all over there on the old Patreon. It is truly your best way to support this very YouTube channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Batman and Hush, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.